broke things, smashed things, walked through glass, cursed. I challenged everything, was continually being evicted, jailed, in and out of fights, in and out of my mind. Women were something to screw and rail at. I had no male friends. I changed jobs and cities. I hated holidays, babies, history, newspapers, museums, grandmothers, marriage, movies, spiders, garbage men. English accents, Spain, France, Italy, walnuts, and the color orange. Algebra angered me, opera sickened me, Charlie Chaplin was a fake, and flowers were for pansies. Peace and happiness to me were signs of inferiority, tenets of the weak and addled mind. But as I went on with my alley fights, my suicidal years, my passage through any number of women, it gradually began to occur to me that I wasn't different from the others. I was the same. They were all fulsome with hatred, glossed over with petty grievances. The men I fought in alleys had hearts of stone. Everybody was nudging, inching, cheating for some insignificant advantage. The lie was the weapon and the plot was empty. Darkness was the dictator. Cautiously, I allowed myself to feel good at times. I found moments of peace in cheap rooms, just staring at the knobs of some dress. What you just saw there was the last 6 to 7 months of my life. Now, in retrospect, it was also kinda your life too. We're forgetting the reason that we exist, the reason we wake up every day and go to work. Why some people go to college, straight out of high school, for a passion, for a dream that they're chasing. Maybe it's not a dream. Maybe it's so real they can almost touch it. Some, it takes a couple years, maybe even longer. Today is Tuesday, March 9th, 2024. What is this video? Who am I and why did I make it? Well, to start off, my name is Rylan Smith. I was originally born in Indiana. Growing up, I always loved space. I used to have a solar system placemat as a kid growing up. It was amazing. I used to stare at the planets while eating. It was like an iPad before iPads. That's the only thing I could resemble it to. I mean, I was born in 2005, Gen Z. I'm 18 years old. I will be 19 this year. And what's happened in those past 6 to 7 months is actually, it's pretty crazy. What Israel is getting away with what the Hamas is getting away with is it's wild. Killing innocent women and children and men. It's wild. Even going as far as not only as decapitating the children, but raping the women. It's like, why haven't we bombed them yet? I'm gonna stop. It's actually pretty wild. And to see colleges around the US stand up, for example, Harvard, it's amazing. Because I thought I was going crazy. It's like, am I the bad guy? Like, where is Harvard in all this? I was seeing University of Austin stand up for it. I was like, okay. I even wanted to go and fight. I mean, protest. That's all I can do. I'm in America. I can't fly over there, and I love being an American. All right, I want to fight for your freedom. I want to fight for your freedom in America. All right, that's all I can do right now. All right, is just work and pay my taxes. All right, and fund the fucking bombs that's bombing. I'm sorry. It's just wild. So this video is going to be split into 3 different parts. 1, who am I? Why did I create it? Why am I posting it on YouTube? Why not just keep it in a hard drive somewhere and just show it to the class as per usual and not have to go through the struggle of trying to produce it at a level at someone on YouTube from anywhere around the world would want to watch. 2, the why. Why am I so interested in technology? Why am I sacrificing probably not even that much time for a pipe dream? And 3, what's the goal? What am I trying to achieve? What's the call to action? Now, I created this channel because I wanted to be another voice for the unheard. And since in the future, hopefully, once I get my braces off, because right now, I can't join the Air Force right after high school. So, I would have to wait until I will be able to take off these braces, which isn't a bad thing because to me, I am seeing it as a gap year. A moment in my time where I can truly have some time to myself. I can travel across America. I can party. I can do all these things that I've wanted to do as a child in middle school, but I was a child and I didn't have my own money. I was in summer programs as a kid, engineering programs over the summer, to just do something, and I just stay in the house all day. And I loved it. That is what sparked my curiosity of coding, technology, robotics, machine, and AI as a kid. It's because of those summer programs and be able to build these things with peers my age and create things that this is somehow so beautiful to see. A box of Legos essentially be put together, code a program to tell it where to go is like seeing something come to life. I don't know how to explain it, but that's why I'm also interested in computer science. And freshman to sophomore year of high school, when I was living in Indiana, I went to Carmel High School. I took a computer science course. It was so fun. It was my first time knowing how to code. I wanted to know more about it. So I set myself out to do more of those kind of activities to get me into those careers growing up with online programs, and I could teach myself.
Alright, you're probably wondering why I brought you to my gym. Well, hopefully in the future I can, after high school, I could come out here, show my life, record my life, a little vlog. Eventually I want to get a better camera and not just recording off of my iPhone, because right now that is not fun. It's not fun. We're gonna need to get a better angle, so there we go. It is really hot in here. Like, you have no idea how hot it is. It says it's 70, but it used to be like 66 or 65. That's not right. Alright. Over the course of this year, you're gonna hopefully see me be able to lift more weights as a 5'6", 117-pound dude, which is pretty light, pretty short. So I have a pretty average build. Did cross country, flag football, and flag, track, tennis, basketball for 7 years. I did soccer. I want to try to get into golf and maybe even learn how to play the guitar. So if I can find a job soon, quick enough, and buy all the gear that I need, like guitar and a camera, and a new CPU and motherboard, then you'll see videos coming out a lot faster. But this is just the first one out of many. So. Also, let me know down in the comments, what could I improve in my workout? What could I add? Stuff like that. Stretching tips. Any of those tools. Let's do this one. So hot. Fuck. Alright. I had like 14 minutes left in my workout, but it's late. I'm tired. And this wasn't even a proper workout anyways. So it was just for the video. I'll do more in-depth workout videos and vlogs and all that. Alright, one more time. Why do you need to watch this video and why did I make it? Well, simple. Technology, I love it. I'm a creator, just like you. So I'm going to create the only way I know how. And whether that's streaming, vlogging, or at school, college, artistic, I might just do it.
As for the unconscious is pure nature, and like nature pours out its gifts in profusion, but left to itself and without the human response from consciousness, it can, again, like nature, destroy its own gifts, and sooner or later sweep them into annihilation.
And I would submit to you that we are a lot closer to the when than most Americans, and indeed most people in the world, are willing or able to admit or to face. The level of divisiveness in our culture is becoming toxic. We don't talk to each other. We live in our respective silos. We listen to these podcasts. Those people listen to those podcasts. We don't vote for the same people. We don't think the same world out there exists that way. Our morals, our culture are ripping us apart. That's one side. Very different from the way older societies understood themselves to be living with nature, not dominating nature.
problem with America is that because of cultural imperialism, we are literally teaching the rest of the world how to think, what to wear. Kardashians are lying to you. Culture used to be the backbone of the resistance. All it seeks to do is sedate the masses. Culture now seeks to appeal to our primal urges, our base need. We're now in the age of mediocrity. You can bring about the positive change you want to see in this world. Because the revolution will not be televised. Revolution will not be televised. Only you can bring about the revolution by taking it to the streets. Keep resisting.
Billy Joel is going to be sad if we don't talk about fashion. You know what I mean?
Here Hassan demonstrates, there's a sort of cultural war going on, and nowhere is this battle more apparent than in the space of the online left.
Now, this clip that I just showed you called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised" is an amazing 2-hour-long video on YouTube. And it's the video that I had in mind of this project. But I think he posted it a couple days before, well, this project was due. And since his was a whole lot higher quality and was the video I was going for, and he's already done so much of the research. He's done interviews with dozens of people, professors and teachers, and how they fight for injustice around the world, and some of them are even streamers, YouTubers from what he calls the group, the online left. As you would expect, a very diverse group of members. But I'm gonna hand it off to the actual creator, and because he can explain it a lot better than what I can, since he made it.
Of action, connection, and ethics, the interviewee suggested specific requests to fulfill the general goal of increasing hope. In terms of action, there was a simple call for prefigurative politics and greater pragmatism. Instead of waiting around for some sort of revolution to occur, we should do what we can with what we have, and direct audiences to direct aid and offline action. Regarding connection, this means being a creator who amplifies solutions rather than takedowns. This also means a more disciplined engagement with drama by recognizing that disagreements are natural and could even be productive. Simultaneously, responsibly engaging with drama means training the audience to be less reactive and attracted to such content. In terms of ethics, humility will hopefully come as a result of productive infighting where being publicly wrong about things is treated with higher regard. Responsibility will be cultivated through better research and engaging less with so-called bad faith actors. And inclusivity should emerge through covering non-American topics as well as through platforming marginalized and impacted voices that are relevant to a specific topic, as well as reaching across the aisle. Overall, it is through direct action, greater connection, and an ethics based on inclusivity, humility, and responsibility in which the online left could bring hope to its audience and other creators, while combating the pessimism that is emergent in a space threatened by the reterritorialization of capital. Or, that's what I gathered from talking to these people anyways.
What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do? What's your career? What's your passion? And to me, those questions would always seem invasive. Like, I don't know why, but trying to ask a kid that question before they were even in middle school was so weird to me. But I've seen many posts about students and getting accepted into the colleges that they wanted to their whole life. Now, my college that I wanted to get in my whole life, I didn't even know at the time. I knew it wasn't in state. I didn't want to stay in my home state, Indiana. It was so dark and cold. The winters were long. I only learned about Texas A&M about 4 to 5 years ago. And it was like my dream college. I mean, Texas, I don't think the people, they have to, right? Texas is such a superpower in modern time. and United States history. With its chip manufacturing, with Elon Musk and his SpaceX program. And the great thing about social media is that it doesn't even have to be YouTube. It could be Instagram, TikTok. Well, we'll see. Posting your things on social media for people around the world to see is amazing. Just to share it and be able to connect with people like you who also have the same passion with you and like to do the same things like you. I guess the best place to start off is to say, what is this channel for? Why did I create it? Well, I created this channel to show people who are like me as a child, who wanted to travel, who loved playing video games, who loved telling jokes with friends, and just posting whatever as a way to brand myself, to monetize my life. Because we all have a way of making money, and one of the ways I want to make my money is me. Using my likeness, using what I know is already funny, what I know, what me and my friends love to do, because so many millions other people love to do it too. On YouTube, like you say Rooster Teeth with their Let's Play and their whole group. Growing up, it was some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen, and it was in GTA, and I love GTA, and GTA is a popular game. We know this. It's been going on for 10 plus years now, and there's no signs of it stopping unless GTA 6 comes out, and it will very soon, which I will be playing.
I trusted no man, and especially no woman. I was living a hell in small rooms. I broke things, smashed things, walked through glass, cursed. I challenged everything, was continually being evicted, jailed, in and out of fights, in and out of my mind. Women were something to screw and rail at. I had no male friends. I changed jobs and cities. I hated holidays, babies, history, newspapers, museums, grandmothers, marriage, movies, spiders, garbage men. English accents, Spain, France, Italy, walnuts, and the color orange. Algebra angered me, opera sickened me, Charlie Chaplin was a fake and flowers were for pansies. Peace and happiness to me were signs of inferiority, tenets of the weak and addled mind. But as I went on with my alley fights, my suicidal years, my passage through any number of women, it gradually began to occur to me that I wasn't different from the others. I was the same. They were all fulsome with hatred, glossed over with petty grievances. The men I fought in alleys had hearts of stone. Everybody was nudging, inching, cheating for some insignificant advantage. The lie was the weapon and the plot was empty. Darkness was the dictator. Cautiously, I allowed myself to feel good at times. I found moments of peace in cheap rooms just staring at the knobs of some dresser or listening to the rain in the dark. The less I needed that I felt. Maybe the other life had worn me down. I no longer found glamour in topping somebody in conversation or in mounting the body of some poor drunken female whose life had slipped away into sorrow. I could never accept life as it was. I could never gobble down all its poisons, but there were parts, tenuous magic parts open for the asking. I reformulated, I don't know when, date, time, all that, but the change occurred. Something
I wouldn't get it.
Relaxed, smoothed out. I no longer had to prove that I was a man. I didn't have to prove anything. I began to see things. Coffee cups lined up behind a counter in a cafe, or a dog walking along the sidewalk. Top stopped there with its body. Its ears, its nose, it was fixed. A bit of life caught within itself, and its eyes looked at me and they were beautiful. Then it was gone. I began to feel good. I began to feel good in the worst situations, and there were plenty of those. Like, say, the boss behind his desk. He is going to have to fire me. I've missed too many days. He is dressed in a suit, necktie, glasses. He says, I am going to have to let you go. It's all right, I tell him. He must do what he must do. He has a wife, a house, children, expenses, most probably a girlfriend. I am sorry for him, he is caught. I walk onto the blazing sunshine. The whole day is mine temporarily, anyhow. The whole world is at the throat of the world. Everybody feels angry, shortchanged, cheated. Everybody is despondent, disillusioned. I welcome shots of peace, tattered shards of happiness. I embrace that stuff like the hottest number, like high heels, breasts, singing, the works. Don't get me wrong. There there is such a thing as cockeyed optimism that overlooks all basic problems just for the sake of itself, this is a shield in a sickness. The knife got near my throat again. I almost turned on the gas again, but when the good moments arrived again, I didn't fight them off like an ally adversary. I let them take me. I luxuriated in them. I made them welcome home. I even looked into the mirror once, having thought myself to be ugly. I now liked what I saw, almost handsome. Yes, a bit ripped and ragged, scares, lumps, odd turns, but all in all, not too bad, almost handsome, better at least than some of those movie star faces like the cheeks of a baby's, and finally I discovered real feelings of others, unheralded, like lately, like this morning, as I was leaving for the track, I saw my wife in bed, just the shape of her head, they're not forgetting centuries of the living and the dead and the dying, the pyramids, Mozart dead, but his music still there in the room, weeds growing, the earth turning, the tote board waiting for me, I saw the shape of my wife's head, she so still, I ached for her life, just being there under the covers. I kissed her in the forehead, got down the stairway, got outside, got into my marvelous car, fixed the seatbelt, backed out the drive, feeling warm to the fingertips, down to my foot on the gas pedal,